Jazz club.
When the American stock market crashed in 1929, setting off the Great Depression overseas, Germany was seriously out of luck financially. It came at a cost that resonates even today. From the outset, the Weimar Republic was plagued with the economic, social and political problems that spilled over from Germany's role in World War I.
Okay.
Not only had they embarrassingly accepted blame for the biggest war in history, but their long-lived monarchy had been eradicated and replaced with a new experimental form of government whose radical efforts to stabilise the nation were thwarted by complex circumstances.
And it's so packed in here.
And despite the government achieving great industrial and cultural progressivism during its golden years, it quickly lost the support of the German people and bore the brunt of the population's resentment. World War I had a severe impact on Germany. The already tattered economy was further worsened by the 1919 Treaty of Versailles, which imposed huge reparations and the surrender of territory to the Allied nations as punishment for causing the war. Not only did it come at a massive financial cost, but it also resulted in around 5.9 million German casualties, which left the nation destitute and demoralised. Germany struggled to pay the second instalment of the reparations in 1923. The French invaded the Ruhr Valley, Germany's richest industrial area. Under instruction from the German government, the workers in the Ruhr went on strike. Now, while this angered the French, it had far more serious consequences for the German economy. Government printed more money to compensate the Ruhr workers, a period of hyperinflation soon followed, causing money to become worthless almost overnight.
Thank you. Alright, people let me sneak through.
In 1924, the Dawes Plan was announced, allowing Germany realistic targets for reparations payment. Further to this, the German economy was injected with more than $25 billion worth of foreign money, giving way to a golden age of stability stemming from industrial investment, rapid urban development, and a new cultural aesthetic.
Jazz club.
Yet while the avant-garde bloomed and the urban centres gleamed with the bright lights of nightclubs and booming industry, the German population increasingly struggled with an identity crisis. Ever-increasing industrialisation and urbanisation meant many people were moving away from their rural homes and agricultural life into the fast-expanding cities in their efforts to prosper. Whilst the working class thrived by settling into the routine of new jobs as cogs in factory machines, the professional middle class were not given the wage rises of their counterparts in the industrial sector, nor were they able to access employment or the benefits of the Weimar welfare state. These rapid changes led to a deep government resentment, a sense of class displacement, and difficulty in establishing an understanding of what it meant to be German. And while this sense of deprivation fueled the flourishing cultural scene, it left many demoralised and psychologically set to find purpose in whatever national identity was offered them. The data movement was one of the many which sprung into German culture as a reaction to the developing sentiments of the time. This haunting montage of gears, cogs, and people adrift in an industrial nightmare depicts what has been considered the epitome of lost identity and sense of self, which grew among German people during the interwar period. And on October 24, 1929, the feeling of disillusionment became ever more tangible when share prices plummeted on the New York Stock Exchange. Having borrowed much of its money from the United States, and with them in need of it back to sustain its own economy, the stability of Germany was once again threatened.
Thank you. Alright, people let me sneak through.
Bankruptcy, unemployment, and closing banks led to panic and suffering. People stormed the national and private banks en masse and withdrew all of their money. It's estimated that almost a fifth of German currency disappeared into mattresses and garden holes over a course of a single week that summer. By the end of 1929, about 1.5 million Germans were out of work, and this figure reached a staggering 6 million by early 1933, with devastating consequences such as malnutrition, homelessness, and displacement. With so many problems, it was no surprise that the promise of the Weimar Republic dwindled. After all, their efforts to save Germany were indeed short-lived, and their achievements overshadowed by their failures. The time had indeed come for someone else to end the struggle.